local, no retry. So that's why if suppose local also, local means when you are trying to execute, right? So dry run if you are doing. So that time if you want to execute, what you can do? I don't want to retry. So in this case, what I can say, I'll just go with that 0 here. Okay. But in CI, right, in the pipeline, when I'm executing, if anything test cases fail, I'm saying here, go and execute to retry. Okay. That is what, retry over here. So the next one is the workers. So these are very, very important configurations. So if you are completely clear in this one, right, you can able to, most of the questions will come in interview also. Most of the questions will come from here only. So how you will be configure this one, how you will be configure that one, how you can change the folder, how you can set the, URL, everything they will ask you, from this configuration file. Okay, so you have to be very clear on this. So that is where I'm just giving you that each and everything. Okay, so the next one is the I have seen workers, right? So the workers also, if you see process dot environment dot ci and question mark, here we have given a one. Okay, one and colon we have given a undefined, meaning that in ci, right, run with the one workers. That is a stable execution. Okay, in local, right, use the maximum workers. So maximum workers means, if suppose if I'm executing 3 test cases or 4 test cases, it will going to create a 4 workers also. I will show you that how it is going to execute, how it is coming, 4 workers or 5 workers. But in I'm just saying that for a stable execution, I'm just saying that if you go with that CI/CD, like in pipeline, go with the one workers only. So that is what this one. Okay, the next one is the reporter.html. So reporter.html means this will generate the HTML report after execution. Okay, so you can easily you can go and see the execution result. So if the test case execution completely executed or successful means, you have to go give the commands and you can able to see the report. If it is anything is failed, right, yeah, automatically the report will going to open and it will show you. Okay, it will generate the HTML report after execution. Okay, the next one is the reporter. Then we have a use block is there. Okay, this block. So here we have a base URL you can able to say. So then we have a trash is there. So this is very important block actually. Okay, common setting, if you want to, common setting for all the test cases, you can add over here. Okay, meaning that in the base URL, right, you can, if you are having a default URL, right? So in this default URL, you can add over here. Okay, so then we have a trace is there. Trace helps debugging, like, when the test cases fail, right? You could able to see that all the, whatever, how it's executed. So you could able to, it will going to help you to debug. Okay. So then next one is the project. You could see this is the project is there. So the project means here we could, so here you could see name, that is a Chromium. So all the three browsers, right? So all the three browsers it's going to show you. Okay, this is the most powerful feature of Playwright. Okay, run the same test in the multiple browser automatically. Okay, so now here you can see everything is enabled now. Chromium is enabled, Firefox is enabled, WebKit is enabled. Okay, so what happened when you are running the test cases, right? It will going to automatically execute with all the three different browsers. Right, so all the browsers we can able to go with. The same way, if you see here, we have another browser is that is a branded browser, right? So then we have a test against a mobile viewport also is there. Okay, this is one of the important things. If you suppose if you want to execute in mobile part, right? So this you can able to execute. See, mobile Chrome, mobile Safari, in mobile viewport we could able to execute. Okay, in Playwright, right? Selenium, if you know Selenium only we can able to execute the functional testing, right? But why everyone is moving to Playwright? We have a lot of opportunities, option is that, lot of future is there compared to Selenium. So here we can able to execute the functional testing and web-based application, and also we could able to execute in a mobile or desktop. Everything you can able to execute. Okay, and also you can able to execute into the different browsers in parallelly. Okay, that is the one of the important things. So now if you see, now I have commanded, right? If you want to, you can uncommand, you can able to execute with the different browser also, right? Then we have a branded browser is there. See now, this is the by default browser in Chromium and Firefox and WebKit. Suppose you want to execute in a Google Chrome. Here there is no Chrome, right? Chromium is there, Firefox is there, WebKit is there. Suppose if you want to execute in your test cases in a branded, browser like Edge or Google Chrome, yes, you can able to do that. Okay, so that is a, if you want to, you can just command that, uncommand that, then you can able to execute with this process also. Okay, so this is what, main important things. And if your application needs a server, right? So here you can see run your local dev server before starting the test. So if you want to, if your application needs a server, yes, Playwright can start it automatically before execution. Okay, so if you want to execute in the own server, right, then yes, it is possible, right? Web server is there. Okay, so this is what main important thing. All the things we could able to configure in only one file. Okay, so which browser to run, parallel execution, right? Reports and retry logic, environment setup. In real time project, we customize this file, right, based on our requirement. Okay, so in Selenium, right, we need a separate set, setup for cross-browser testing, or if you want to execute in a different browser. So everything we have to do manually. But in Playwright, just one configuration file, right, we can handle everything. That is the main reason everyone is like, all the companies are moving to Selenium to Playwright nowadays. So Playwright, and also we can able to execute in API testing also. But Selenium there is no API testing, right? But in Playwright, yes, we can able to do functional testing, API testing, and desktop, web-based application, and also we could able to execute in different port like mobile port as well. Okay, so that is the main advantages. Many of the companies are moving to the Playwright automation, right? The earlier in Selenium, right, if you want to run in multiple browser, right, so you need to lot of setup is there, right? You have to download the driver, setup is there, and we have to do configuration. But now see what Playwright is doing, right? Just one configuration file, you can test the run. You can test and run in different browser, like Chrome, Firefox, or Safari. Automatically, it will going to execute. Okay, that is why companies are slowly moving towards Playwright. Okay. Okay, so now you understand how Playwright configuration works. Any questions so far, guys?
Yes, maybe you can unmute yourself and ask your doubts. If you don't want chat, you can also unmute yourself and voice over your questions if you have anything.
So anyone created a project? How many of you created a project? Playwright project along with me. Yes, workers, I'll show you that. I'll show you in a workers. Yeah, we'll show you that. Okay, so now let us so far what we have seen, we understand that how Playwright configurations works, right? The important question here is how do we actually write the test cases? Right, how we can write our test cases. So the configuration file and project created, the configuration file, everything we understand. Now we have to create our new test. Right, configuration is ready, project is ready. Now let's write our first Playwright test script. Okay, so before writing the test script, I'll show you that sample test cases already is there here. They have given us some sample test cases. If you want, you can go and run the test cases and you can understand that. Okay, so now I'm not going to run this one. What I'll do, I'll go and create a new test cases for you. Okay, so what I can do, I'll go to the application. Let us take a one new application. So let's see. Let me go to the orange hrm. So this application, okay, I'll take this application. Okay, I'll go and enter the URL. Right, navigate to this website, enter the URL and find the locators, find the username and enter the values. Username is admin and find the locator of password and enter the admin123 and just click on a login button. So once you are clicking on a login, right, I'll show you this admin123 and now we need to click on a login. Once if you're clicking on a login, right, so what we can do, so here you could see that dashboard, right? So I just wanted to check like whether it is successfully login or not. So for that we can say whether this dashboard text, right, is available or not. So I'm just confirming whether it is working fine. Okay, so let us do that. you know Let us create our test cases. Okay, so let me create a new test cases. So for that, what we can do, I'll go on here, create a new file. Okay, from that. So you can say login dot spec dot. I'll go with the JavaScript now. Okay, in our in real classes, right? We are going to basic JavaScript. We are going to learn the TypeScript as well. And first, we'll create a one Java project, and we are going to do the TypeScript project. Complete TypeScript project also we are going to do, so that you are going to, you can able to understand both the languages also. Okay, so now what is the first step we have to do? First thing is, usually if you are aware of that automation, right? So usually we have to import some packages, right? So if you are using a Selenium, yes, we have to import some Selenium packages. If you are using a Java, right, you have to import some Java packages. So same thing here in Playwright also. Right, in Playwright also we have to import. Okay, let's say import. So what you have to import here? Just you need to import. One is a test, right? So it is showing that, from here I'm just showing from playwright.test. This is what I have to do. So test is one of the object we need to, and we have to go with the expect. Expect means it will be one of the validations package. So we have to import this one from where? From Playwright. Okay, Playwright test. So from here only, I just wanted to import. So usually in the JavaScript or TypeScript, right, we have to create a, if you are creating a new test cases, what we have to do, we need to start from test, right? So by default it is auto suggestion it is showing, right? Because I enabled the feature, so that is the reason it is showing. But I just go with this one. I can say login with the valid credential. This is the test cases name I have given. Okay, you can give login with the valid credential, or you can give any meaningful name. Okay, this is a test case name I have given over here. Okay, then what we have to do, we need to give that async is a, this is a synchronization from the Playwright. Then this is, I'm just calling the page object over here. Okay, so now what we have to do here, we can say so this is the, when you are creating a function, it will going to show you. This is the way we need to create our functions. Okay, so now let us, what we need to do, once if you are creating a test cases, what is the first step we have to do? We need to navigate to the particular URL, right? So what we can do, we need to go with that await. Await is a Playwright, right? Playwright always it will be the it will auto wait is available. So that is the reason always we are using await page dot go to. Here we need to pass the URL. Okay, so what is the URL? Let us go here. I'll just go to sign out, log out. So this is the URL I just wanted to go. Yeah, I'm just passing this URL. What I have done now, so first I'm just creating a test cases, right? Then I just wanted to navigate to the application. So I'll just say navigate to the, okay. So just I am command the line. Okay, when you are command the line, it will not going to execute. So if you want to command, just you can say the double slash. So for our understanding, right, what we are writing written over here. So if anyone comes to know, right, if anyone wants to see your application, right, you could able to, they can able to understand. So we can add some point so that anyone after sometimes also if you are coming and if you are seeing the code you will getting confused what we have written. So for better understanding this you can write over here what you are doing here. Okay, now what we have done, we are navigate to the application. So the next thing is enter the username. Okay, what we have to do, we have to enter username. So for entering the username, what we can do, so it's automatically giving the suggestions for you. I mean, I just enabled, I will tell you that what we have to do. So avoid page dot locator. Here that user, I mean just giving the CSS selector. I'll show you that how I am using the locator. So usually when you want to find that, see manually if you are saying that if you want to enter the username password, you know that. Okay, directly you are coming and you are entering the username and password and just clicking on the login button, right? It will going to log in and we can able to see that okay this test case passed. But if you are writing the script, how we are going to give the instruction to the application, right? Give the instruction to the playwright. Go and enter the username, find the username. First we need to find the username. Okay, how we have to find the username? So for that we need to inspect this element, right? So inspect that there will be if you see here, if you go with the username, see these are the attributes, right? These are the component they have given, right? The developer is used this component for creating this text field. Okay, I want to tell that to just go and find this username. So for that we can use the CSS selector and export, right? So you can write your own CSS selector or export here in Playwright, right, to identify the locator. So now here we have a name is there, right? If it is a straightforward name is there, then we can use the name. Okay, so I'm just using the name. If we go to that application, see now here input, and input is the field, right? I'll show you here. So now here, this is the input is your tag name, right? So usually you need to understand here these 3 points here, right? When you are identify the locator, whenever identify the locator, so this is the tag name, first one, right? And next to the angular bracket is a tag name. So you need to understand this is a tag name and we have some attribute and values, right? So these are attribute, these are values. These are the attribute. Class is attribute, name is attribute, placeholder is attribute, right? So these are the things they have added for this creating this text box. So if the playwright says if you are giving the exact CSS or XPath, right, with the syntax, then it will going to, I will show you that separate class. I will give you how to write your own XPath and CSS selector. That is a separate class. Okay, it is a, you need to understand some syntax. So you could able to write your own syntax, CSS and XPath in easy way. Okay, I'll show you that. Now I can go with that name, right? So I'll say I'm just passing the name and I could able to it is going to identify your locator, that is the username. So now I'm saying enter the input and I'm just giving a name equal to username. So fill is a method we need to call. Okay, if you know that selenium, right, selenium there will be the send keys. Okay, but here in Playwright there is a fill method is there, right? If you are calling the fill method, then you need to pass this admin. Okay, so this one admin already here given, right? So if you see here admin they have given here, that is a username. So you want to fill some value into the username field. That's what we are doing here. Okay, await page dot locator. I mean, await is a always we are going to use that. In Playwright, it is automatic wait statement over here. Okay, then page is the object we have given here. That is what we are using. So if you remember, I mean, if you know that Selenium, right? Always we use a driver, right? The same way here. Already we have created an object as a page. So we are using that page dot locator, and we are using the CSS over here. If you want to use the XPath also, we can able to do that. Okay, you can go with that XPath or you can go with the CSS editor, anything, whichever is comfortable for you, you can go with that. Okay, now I'm just using a fill method and I'm adding a admins here. Then what is the next step we have to do? Enter the password, right? We have to enter the password. So enter the password. Also, we need to check what are the attribute, what are the value we can able to create our XPath or your CSS selector. So in even here also the name is there, right? So in real application, right? We don't have a straightforward this attributes, right? So we have to write our own. Okay, in our real in demo in classes, right? I'll show you the different applications so that even in complicated application also we'll take and we'll understand, we can write our own XPath and CSS lettering easily, right? But now here we have a straightforward name also, name is there, so we can use the name here. So now I'm saying, like, here we need to write. So now here you could see await page dot locator input name. Here this is also input is a one of the tag name, right? So here they have given an input tag name and a name and a value. Value is name is a attribute. The value we are getting from here in the application only. So this is also we are calling the fill method and we are giving this admin 123. Okay. Now what we have to do? Now we need to click on the login button, right? That's what we have to do. So now we need to click on a login button from here. So for login button, we can see login is there. We can use the login button here, but we can say another thing. We can use a type also is there. Type equal to submit is there, right? So this is also we can use. But if you see the tag name is a button, right? Tag name, before in that tag name we used the input. Here the tag name is a button, right? So tag name is a whatever is coming next to the angular bracket is a tag name. So tag name, and we are using, we can go with any attribute. So I'm using here, we use that name equal to password, right? So here the type attribute is there, right? So we can use the type and submit. There is no name or ID here, right? But we can use the type and submit. So let's go here, and I just wanted to click on a login button. So let's see here. See now what we can see. Here we can see that await page locator. See, this is a tag name and type, and we are given a submit. That is the text we have seen, right? So that is the type is a attribute, submit is a one value. Just we are clicking on the method. So click here usually even in other tools also we have a click method only, right? For all the, if you are clicking on a button or radio button, right? So you always we have to use the click method only. Even here in Playwright also we have a click method to click the button. Now I just wanted to verify that, right? I said like whether if it is a login is successful or not by checking the dashboard, right? So what we can do, let's go and select that admin and admin 123, just clicking on a login. So well, let us identify this dashboard, right? So let us check that whether this dashboard label is available or not. So if it is visible, right, then we can say that is cases is passed. Okay, login is successful. So let's go and identify this element. Here you could see. So what is that? Here we can use that text. Okay, we can use the text here to have the text. This text. See, whatever the black in color, that is a text actually, right? There is no attribute, right? Here we have a attribute is there, but this is a text. So you could see that different color variations, right? If it is a red in color, this is the attribute. Blue in color, this is the values, right? So this is a black in color. This is what your text. So I just wanted to check this text is available or not. Okay. So here you can see that tag name is a H6 is there. Okay. What I can see, I'll just go with that locator. Let us see here. Verify the login by checking the for the presence, right? So dashboard. So for that we can see our page dot locator here has text method. So text I have seen. I show you that the text is there. Text is the dashboard. So I'm just checking here that whether the method, right? I'm just calling one of the method to be visible or not. If it is a visible, right, then what happened? If this will going to be the test cases is passed. Okay, this is the way we need to understand, we need to write our code. Okay, so now, okay, so now this is the way we have to write the simple test cases I have written. Okay, I will show you, how to run the test cases, how this is will going to execute. Okay, so if you want to execute, what we can do, we can execute these test cases in different way. Like we can go and execute in our command prompt also without VS Code, or you can execute in here in the terminal also. Okay, if you want to execute, right, first you just save all the things, go to terminal, go to new terminal. Okay. So here what we can do, we can execute, right? So let's say here I'm saying npx. So when we are creating a project, what we have given npm, that is a node package manager. So here we are going to execute the test cases. So I'm saying npx. Npx is a node package executor. Okay, now you want to execute the test cases, right? So if you want to run the test cases, you have to say npx playwright test, right? So npx playwright test means if you run this, so now you could able to see running 9 test cases using 4 workers. Here we have executed, we have created only 1 test cases, right? Then why it is showing a 9 test cases here? Anyone? Running a 9 test it is showing. Why it is showing a running 9 test?
Because it is running for all its compatible browsers.
Yasin, your voice is not so audible. Maybe if you have answers, please use the chat window as well.
Actually, I think this Playwright will support multiple browsers, right?
Ah,
So based on this, what are the supporting browsers it will be using? So it is running parallelly on all the browsers, I think.
yes, exactly. Exactly, you are right. So it is executing with the, so we have a, all the 9 test cases. So one is a, I will show you here. So here we have a 1 test cases, right? So here we have 1 test cases, and in example test cases, here already we have a 2 test cases. Okay, so 3 test cases totally, 3 into 3 browser. So that is the reason we could able to see total 9 test cases executed, meaning that 3 test cases which is a 3 different browsers. Okay, so this one I'll show you here in a report.
I have one question. Can
Uh-huh.
we make it strict for only one browser?
Yes, yes, we can able to do that. I'll show you that we can able to do in one only one browser also. Okay. Now it is executing. We, if you know Selenium, right, you could able to, it will going to open the UI and it is going to execute. But in Playwright, right, by default it is a headless mode. Headless mode means it will not going to open the UI. It is going to backend. It is going to execute without opening any UI. It's going to execute completely, and it is going to show you the result. That is what it's going to happen. Now, if you see that example test cases, right? So I'll show you here. So this is the way it's going to execute. Whether if you want to execute only one browser, yes, you can able to do that. Okay. So now see, this is the way it's going to execute. So now total 7 test cases pass, 2 test cases fail. So log in with the valid credentials. The WebKit, yes, it is working fine, right? See now, the login test cases, everything is working fine. So navigate to the open source and it is it's entering the username and it is entering that password and it is clicking on a submit and see here you could able to see all the things, right? So what it is happening, everything you could able to see. Right, so this will going to help you, like whether if it is the failed test cases, right? If you see that failed test cases, what happened, why it is getting failed, you could able to see here. Like if you are seeing error page 2, there is a timeout. Timeout, by default it is a 3000 milliseconds, right? I mean 3 seconds. So, but it is exceeded. So that is the reason it is the fail. Okay, there is no, no, other than that, one is a weight is exceeded. That is the reason it is getting failed. So that's what it is showing here. So what we can do, we can add a other explicit weight you can able to add over here, right? So it's see browser context, navigate here, here itself it's failed, right? So now after hooks it's working and worker cleanup, yes, working. So this is what you need to understand, right? So when you are executing, whether the test cases is pass or fail, you could able to see that which line gets passed, what are the data we are using, right? So everything we could able to see here. See now, you see that I enter the username, right? So that we could able to see here. See what see fill admin 123. So this is the data. So now here we are using a only one data, right? If suppose if you are using a multiple set of data, yes, we could able to see that here, right? So we could able to see which data it is used, why it's getting passed, why it is getting failed. Everything we could able to trace over here. That is the main benefit of the playwright actually. Okay. So next thing is, if you want to execute in a if you want to execute in only headed mode also, yes, we can able to do that. If suppose if you want to execute in only one browser, yes, we can able to do that. I'll show you that if you want to execute in only one browser. So for mine is what we can do. I'll execute in only WebKit, right? Because only WebKit is getting paused, right? So want to let's go here because if you see here something error it is showing, right? Chromium and Firefox. Better we can go with the WebKit. Let us go here. So what we can do, same. If you click on that arrow, right, you could able to see. Let me. I hope you could able to see that npx playwright test. That is the previous one. Right? If you click on the arrow, then you will be getting this same test. What you can do, you can add that project, okay, equal to, then we have to give that which browser. Suppose if you want to use that chromium or firefox, yes, you can able to give the same thing like here, right? Npx playwright test already we have done, right? Same thing. After that space hyphen hyphen, you have to give the project equal to, what we need to do, we need to execute with the webkit only. Just click on the enter. See now only running the 3 test cases using a 3 workers. So 3 test cases means we have already 2 test cases in example, right? Suppose if you want to execute only one file, yes, you can able to do that. Okay, you can give that test. After that, you can give the specific file name. So it will going to execute only the one file. Okay, that is also you can able to do that. If suppose if you want, if you have in the same spec file, right? In the spec file, if you have a multiple test cases, you want to execute only one test cases, yes, you can able to do that. So here also we have a three test cases. Two test cases pass, one fail, meaning that it will be in a login with the valid credential fail. So reason is same timeout error. Okay, no problem. But this is we can now we can add some explicit pin and we can do that. But let us understand now how this is working.
So
So so
one question. So
mhm.
WebKit means default which browser it will be take?
WebKit is it is a Safari. WebKit
Safari.
is a Safari. Yeah. Chromium is a Chrome, and we have a. I'll show you here. So if you see here, we have a. You could see name Chromium, right? This is something like a Chrome. Okay. If you see Firefox, there will be a Firefox browser. If you see WebKit, it will be the Safari.
Here,
Okay.
the whatever the use underscore device desktop Safari stick means it should be installed in your local desktop. What?
Meaning that when you are creating a new project, right? That time itself, it asked you to. It asked. I mean, it's asked you like whether you want to install everything. So if you give the yes, then it is going to install everything automatically when you are creating a project itself. I'm not manually going to install the things.
Okay.
So when you are creating a project, that Playwright project, right? So it is going to specific question it is going to ask. So it is asking you one of the question whether you want to install every browser. So that if you click yes, then it is going to download all the different three browsers, right? In your along with your project itself.
But
Saudama, can we see this? I mean, execution in visually, like opening the application, like that.
Yes, yes, we can able to do that in a header mode, right? You are saying like a header mode, right? Yes,
Right
we
now,
can
it is
able.
working. Right now, it is running in background, right, as a backend.
Yes,
So,
that is a
if you
headless
want
mode.
this, okay.
Yeah,
If you
by default in Playwright it is a headless mode. So if you want to execute in headed mode, yes, you can able to do that. So for that, what we can do directly, I'll show you here. So maybe I can say headed mode, right? So if you see here, so now I'm just it's opening a three different. So if you want to execute only one browser, yes, we can able to do that. But now I'm just going with all the browsers. See, if you are by default, I don't want to execute all the time in a different browser. Means you can come to that configuration file. You can command that line. Okay, so that it will going to execute. But when sometimes in our project you use execute in a see, this one is a sample test cases, right? So that's why it is a example test cases. So Playwright is opening. Now this orange HRM is we have created our script.
right. Okay. Thank you.
So this is where see you could able to see all the different browsers opening and executing because we have three different browsers, right?
yeah, Sadama, one more question. So for
Mm-hmm.
example, whatever, for example, if you take the RNG application, right? You are doing
Mm-hmm.
some UI interaction there. Okay, login, everything. So generally, what we observe, right? So whatever we have the UI interaction, so browser should be open and it should be run. If it is the browser is closed, right, we will get some character issues in our automations we have found. So it will not impact if we are running headless mode. It will not impact any selector issue here.
It will not going to. Actually, for a headless mode, it's a very fast mode, right? So I showed you that the reports. If suppose if you are facing any error report, right? So it will going to show you why it's failed. So each and every step it is showing you. See now we have given that a header mode. Everything is working fine. So you see nine test cases pass.
No,
Um,
generally, I'm
Maybe
talking
Saudama, yeah, I
I
got it. Yeah, and maybe I'll answer the question. Okay.
yeah
See,
in UiPath, right? We are
yeah,
using it should be compulsory. The UI should be open at the back end. It will be running. So if the UI is not open, right, the selector will not found, then the test case will be failed for
No,
our
no,
system.
no. Yeah, Shina, I'll explain the question. Okay, first thing is about the browser installations, right? See, the
Yeah.
browser, see, from UI path, we'll use the default installed browser on the machine, right? But here in Playwright, that installs a minimal version of browser within the project itself. Okay, that means that even you work on a different browser, it will not interfere your work. Okay, if run in headless mode, right, it runs in the backend. Even if you use the headed mode, it will not use your browser. Instead, there is a minimal version of browser installed along with the project. It will use that browser to execute the test case. So whatever we see about these headless automations are like unattended bot, right? So the testing can run in the backend, and of course you can do whatever you want in the front end. I think I answered your question, Yasin.
Yeah, you need to say whatever in our whatever in our automations we are using that physical browsers. So, but
Yes.
whatever that this playwright is going to use their temporary browsers, right?
Yeah, there is a minimal browser installation which will happen when you install Playwright itself. It will use that browser. There will not have add-ons there, will not have any extensions there, right? So that's a minimal thing for the execution. So that is where it will install, I mean, those minimal versions, and from there it will execute. Usually we'll use headless mode, we'll not use headed mode unless the service is required. Even if run in headed mode, right, it won't run in your actual browser, but in the minimal version which is installed along with Playwright.
Yeah, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think you got your
See,
question answered, right, Yasin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
yeah,
Sorry, Sautama.
actually,
Carry on.
yeah, thanks, Jagan. So, actually, this is a by default browsers, right? So, if you want to go with your standard browser, see, branded browser here, we have a, if you are going with that Edge or Chrome, right, from here, if you are installing in a Chrome browser or Edge browser, right, from that, if you want to execute, yes, you can able to do that, right? This is by default from your Playwright project. Yes,
Okay.
WebKit, Firefox, and Chromium. But if you want to execute in Chrome or Edge, right? Yes, you can able to do that. So you can make it, command this line, and you can able to do that.
Then it should be running headed or headless. If I am
Yeah,
using
based on that, I mean, how you, if you want, you can able to do that. Suppose if you are doing the NPX playwright test, right? By default, it will be headless mode. If you want to go with that UI, UI enabled, then you can add a header. So yes, you can able to do that. See, everything is possible. You can add some commands. That's it. Headed mode, if you want, yes, you can go to. If you want to go with headless mode, yes, you can able to.
okay, but what my question is just now, Sanjit, just now, one tell right, this is using that temporary browser. If just now you said that if we want to use our physical browser, means we need to use this commented lines, right?
Yes, 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 you can able to do that. Yes.
So if you are using our physical browser, then
Mhm.
if it run for our headless mode, no problem for headless, right? Headless, right?
No, you can go with that anything fine. Like if you want, I mean that is what that based on your configuration. You want a headless mode mean yes you can able to. If you want a headed mode, yes you can able to. By default, even in this browser also by default headless mode only. If you want to see UI, what are the functionalities, actions, if you want to see that, yes, you can able to make it headed, something like this way.
Yes, sure. I will try it.
Okay, fine. Any questions, guys, so far?
Saudama, can we automate the Citrix applications? Has it is capable to automate the Citrix applications?
What application?
Citrix application. I mean,
Citrix
Citrix automation
applications,
tasks.
I don't think so. It's going to work.
Okay.
I mean, you are saying like a VPN.
Right, VPN, yeah, other VM, virtual machine.
VPN actually that is based on your organizations how they are giving the credentials everything, right?
Right.
So based on that only. So
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 actually,
Ram,
RPA has a
yeah,
capable to
yeah.
do
So
the
Ram,
task.
yeah, to answer your question, right? This is only for web-based applications. It is not for so even if you do with Citrix, that's the kind of using OCR Windows application, right? So
Right.
that won't support here. It is built explicitly for web applications, API, and database.
Okay. Not for I mean desktop.
Windows or desktop, right? So it is not problem. Windows or desktop. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Any question, guys? Others? Any question? So did you understand what is Playwright? How easy is to build a use case with Playwright? How powerful Playwright is? Just within a few minutes, we are able to automate a login use case, that too with zero cost, right? So for you, if you do it the same thing in UA path, right, there is a lot of license cost applicable for this itself, right?
Actually, may I know that what are the prerequisites to become a Playwright developer from I mean switch to RPA, switch from RPA developer role.
We will cover the tram. So to the
Okay.
towards the end, right? I'll also give you a personal roadmap, or also we'll talk about the
Yeah.
complete training. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because there are organizations which are switching to Playwright, right? Because to reduce the RPA license cost, right? So
Right.
yeah, we'll exactly deep you dive. What is the power of this and what is the training that we provide? Also, if you want to do a self learn, we also give you a complete roadmap.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks, Ram.
I have
yeah.
one.
So
Yeah. Test team, there is a new tool, right? AI powered tool. Uh, like, uh, like we have to learn Playwright or that one will be better now. Now completely AI stuff is coming, right? So like I learned that
so
test.
Actually, if AI alone, you can't able to do that automation part. So, if you know the tool, something like a Playwright automations, right? Playwright is a it's very fast. Lot of demand is there right now, right? Everyone companies are moving to the Playwright right now. Now, Playwright with AI is very important because completely if you are going with that AI, you can't able to do. So now I'll show you here, in with the AI, what can I able to do that, how it will be easy for you. So now in this case, right, if suppose I'm facing the error here, okay. So now I'm not getting, I'm just getting a lot of error here. I just I want to get a help of AI saying that that is the issue is that just go and fix it. So how much it's very helpful, right? So I just saying that I have written here the test cases only for the valid test cases, right? That is a positive test cases. Suppose I want to write a more test cases with the negative test cases. Okay, so I can say that AI just create a negative test cases, something same like this in the same URL and same this application, this login page. I just wanted to create a negative test cases. So if I'm helping, if I get a help of AI, how much it will be very fast, right? So, I mean, I'm not able to cover everything here, but I will, help. I will show you that how we can make it as a, AI makes our task very simple. Okay. So, before that, within, whatever we have covered in is just a small glimpse only. Honestly, mastering a playwright and automation is not something, we can complete in 1 hour. That's exactly, why we have designed the complete 2 month structure course. I'll show you that. And after that, explaining this course content, I will give you that how we can, AI going to help you that. Okay. So, so in this session, we're going to show you that what is possible. But in this course, right, we'll show you that how actually do it in a real project. Okay, how we are going to crack your interview, how you are going to get the job with the high pay. So in this 2 months course, you can, what we are going to learn here is first we are going to see here. So I'm going to show you here, like introduction, what playwright is, playwright introductions, why companies are preferring to the Playwright and installations. For example, if you are going with the Windows or Mac, right? So I'm going to explaining you everything, and VS Code setup, project creations, JavaScript and TypeScript we are going to learn, right? So just now we have created a JavaScript project, so we can create a TypeScript as well. But now in the module one, we are going to learn JavaScript and TypeScript basics. Only what is needed for testing we are going to cover. Okay, then we are going to cover the automations, first automation script, how we can write. So parallelly you are going to do, work with us, because there is no more people here, right? In our batch we have a only minimum of 7 to 10 people, so that you can able to interact and you can get all the doubts, you can able to clarify. So this is not going to be the slide, right? I'm not going to use the slide here. Okay, we are going to use only the practical application. Only we are going to use real time applications we are going to take and we are going to execute. Okay, we are write our script and we are going to execute. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. If you are from manual testing, right, or non-IT, you can follow the steps each and everything very clearly. Okay, if you go to that phase 2, or like module 2, right, here also we are going to learn like you you can start writing your real automation. Okay, we can understand what is the locators. That is very important things, right? In the interview point of view, we are going to learn each and everything. So after completing this 2 to 3 months, right, this 2 months course, right? So you are not going to muck up anything, right? Because practically you are going to do each and everything. So you are not going to muck up, so that it will be easy for you to clear your interview. Okay, so we are going to understand what is handling the input, what is the button, what is the drop down, how we are using the weight, right? So weight is most asked interview question actually, right? Then we are going to learn assertions, running the test, right, using a headless mode or headed mode, right? And we are going to understand the debugging. Okay, so this stage, right, you can already start applying for your job. Okay, so that is when that much you will be getting confident over here after completing this phase 2, module 2, right? So in this module 3, what we can do, you are going to go with that handling the dynamic elements. Then we are going to handle the iframe, alert, how we are going to handle the multiple. See, in web applications, whatever the functionalities are there, right? So each and everything we are going to learn. Okay, so file upload and download, handling the failure and retrieve, how we have to go with that retries, right? Then we are going go with the data driven testing. So data driven is very very important, right? As a tester, we know that we always we use a different type of data, right, for testing our application. So for that, here we are going to use the CSV or JSON, right? So how we can read the multiple data and for our test cases. That is also we are going to learn, right? So you will feel confident handling that real project issues also, right? So everything we can able to handle. So the next phase we are going to handle the framework part. This is a game changer for your interview point, right? Page object model we are going to use, and reusable functions like clean our coding, test structure design, configuration management. Then how we are going to log all the we are going to use the logger, right? Then we are going to use the reporting we are going to use the audio report. Something if you are going with that new report also, yes, we can able to do that. Okay, so this is what interviewers expect, when they say framework experience, right? So these are the things is very very important right now.
So
So
we are not having any demo today for like how we can enable AI and
I
GitHub
am going
Copilot.
to show you, yeah, I'll show you that. After this, I will show you that how we can use the AI part. Surely. So then we are going to use that advanced playwright capabilities, right? So here we are going to use that, we are using parallel execution, retry logic, cross the browser testing, right? So we are going to use a different browser. We can enable the browser, we can disable the browser, and if you want to execute all the browsers, enable, yes, we can able to do that. So everything we are going to do that, we are going to learn, and along with that, not only the functional testing. Yes, we are going to learn how we are going to use the API testing, because Playwright is for not only the function, it is also we can go with the API testing also. So Let us learn that API testing. You are going to learn UI plus API integration, hybrid test, right? So these are the things we are going to learn in the phase 6. Then after that, we are going to integration for the AI integration for the tester. Right? You are using AI, we can convert that one test cases to another test cases. For example, if you have written all the test cases in Selenium, right? So now, if you want to execute, if suppose if your client or manager wants to convert these test cases into JavaScript or TypeScript, so you have a 500 test cases. You are not going to use that, manually. You are not going to convert this, right? So using AI, you can able to convert that 500 test cases from Selenium to another Playwright, right? That is how we can. I'll show you that how we can able to do that. Okay, debugging, how we can able to debug the test cases. Yes, we can able to do that. Okay, so we can write the test script, faster with the AI tools, right? Then we are going to understand what is the MCP and what is the Copilot and VS Code. Everything we are going to learn step by step. Okay, so API testing also, yes, we are going to cover. Okay, so to become complete automation engineer, right? So we are going to see API testing with the Playwright UI plus API integration, CI/CD, basic Jenkins, GitHub, right? Running in pipeline. So this makes your profile 10x stronger. Okay. So by the end of these 2 months, right, you will build a real-time project. You will have a resume ready framework. You will be ready to attend interviews confidently, right? So you will know automation with the AI very, that is a very high demand right now, right? So if you continue in only in manual testing, right, growth will slow. Even automation without AI is becoming outdated, right? So if you are serious about switching to automation or growing in your career, right, this course is designed exactly for you. Okay. So I have just given you the clear idea of what you will learn and how this can help you in a career. Okay. So now Jagan will take over and walk you through the detailed pricing and enrollment process. Uh, Please pay attention. And after the Jagan completion, I will show you that how the AI will going to make your work very faster, make your work very easy. Right. I will show you how we can create our test cases without writing a step by step, and I'll show you how we can, with the help of AI, within a 5 second, how we can create our new test cases, right? And how we can debug the test cases. So everything I will show you that. Okay, over to Jagan. Hi Jagan, are you
Yeah,
there?
thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sodama. You can stop sharing. I can start my sharing.
Yes, yes.
Think others can see my screen. Guys, can you see my screen? Sorry, I'm on a different tab. Sorry. Guys, can you all see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Great. Okay. So so how was it, guys? So I just want your clear feedback now. So how was the session so far? So that's okay about the paid program. That's okay. But did you at least get some value today? Right. So what is Playwright? How can we build test cases with Playwright? Why it is so powerful? Guys, how was it so far? How was it going so far? Any reactions? Any feedback? Okay. So what we have learned so far, right? We have learned how to install Node.js, how to install Playwright, how to target a login screen, how to capture page elements, right? And we also written one complete test case in Playwright, and then we ran it in 3 browsers, headless, also headed, right? So this was the expectation, but of course, Saudama overdid it, right? So she also explained you the config thing. She also explained you the JSON, right? Everything. So how to configure everything. So that has been shared, which is out of today's content. But of course, she always offer great value in the session. So that way, she did a great job, right? So whatever you have learned today is okay for you to understand what is Playwright, but this will not get you an expert in Playwright, or this will not make you land a job in Playwright, right? So for you to get into that level, we need these things which cannot be taught in a day or so, right? We need to know how to do API testing, how to do backend testing, how to use Cucumber framework, how to integrate this Playwright with CI/CD, right? How to integrate Playwright with MCP, right? What kind of reports are available? What kind of dashboards are available? And those are the the key topics which will be applicable in a job right away. And of course, these cannot be learned in a day or so because it requires patience, it requires a practice, right? So, whatever you are here, right? So on day zero today, right? So you have zero knowledge on Playwright. You are a manual tester, RPA tester, Selenium tester, whatever it is, right? And now once you upskill Playwright with us, right? So you'll be able to uh, showcase yourself as a Playwright automation engineer, right? You'll be able to build JavaScript or TypeScript cases automatically, right? So you'll be able to build them. You'll be able to do the cross-browser API or mobile testing efficiently. You will be able to showcase yourself as a AI powered tester using MCP and agents, and your resume will really stand out, right, with a real GitHub project, right? So we will take a project, we'll deep dive in the project step by step, right? And then we also make sure that you are confident enough in cracking the interviews and earning more than what you're doing today, right? So that's the agenda. And as I said to you, there are 3 bonuses for everyone who stays with me till the end, right? And I'm going to reveal the bonuses right now, right? What you see in the screen are the bonuses, right? The first bonus will be a 30-day Playwright roadmap from zero to job ready, right? So zero guesswork. That's a complete PDF roadmap that will be providing you, right? Just tick. It'll be day wise. So day one, day two, day three, just tick, 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 and then you'll be able to learn Playwright and implement Playwright yourself. If you think that you have the right patience or right kind of committed learning, right? Of course, you can do things yourself with this 30-day Playwright roadmap, which is the bonus number 1 that we're going to give towards the end, right? Are we clear, guys? Second thing, we are going to give you the bonus number 2, which is a Playwright job kit, right? When I say job kit, you will get sample Playwright resumes done by most SDET testers, right? You will know what LinkedIn keywords to use to highlight your profile as a Playwright engineer. You will have some cheat sheets which you can directly take a printout, paste in your desktop, paste nearby your room or something in your office, right? You can refer them and you can use the statements directly, right? You also have uh, uh, resume. So you'll have seen these sample resumes, these LinkedIn keywords, and also these cheat sheets which you can download in one click and you can use it for your job hunting. Great. The third valuable bonus that we're going to do to provide to everyone today is top 50 Playwright problems and fixes. This is the most valuable resource, right? So far in our journey, so far in our development, so whichever problems that we face, right? Wherever we thought this will work, but that did not work. Then we did something, then it got work. So what kind of problems will you face when you are applying Playwright in your work, right? So we have curated everything in a PDF document, right? Which is as an insane worthy bonus, right? Which I'm going to give you towards the end if you stay with me, right? So of course, these 3 are the valuable bonus that you'll be getting if you stay with me till the end. Are we clear, guys? Ram, Abhishek, Hindu Sharma, Ram Prasad. Are we clear, guys? Right? Thank you. So I think this has been uh, I don't want to take much time here. This is what you will learn in the course. And of course, Sodama did a great job in covering these things. So why that matters, what is that concept, right? If you want, I can give you some screenshots of this, right? I can give that to you, right? Just a second. Great. Thank you so much, guys. So I think this has been done by Saudama, right? We have covered these modules, which is great, right? So this is the actual impact it can make on your career when you switch to Playwright, right? So these RPA tools or these Selenium are almost dead now, right? There is a lot of uh, uh, problem. There's a lot of issues with this, right? So in terms of the cost, in terms of the features, right? And of course, everyone, every organization is looking for Playwright engineers, right? And for a beginner level, for a junior level, if you are somewhere in 1 or 2 years of experience, right, you can easily get a job somewhere from 8 to 18 lakh per annum using, I mean, by focus by showcasing yourself as a playwright engineer, right? You can also be a mid-level person who is almost some 6 to 8 years of experience. Those guys get a salary of almost 18 to 35 lakh per annum in India as a mid-level SDET, right? If you are a senior SDET, right, so you are working in USA or something, right? So you will be easily getting 95K to 145K dollars when you want to, when you are into Playwright. So assume that you are a RP developer, you have around 10 years of experience, right? And you are now switching to Playwright, right? You can add Playwright to your resume and easily you can get a job in this salary package, right? And whatever you see in the bottom is the number of job openings that we have so far, right? So when Planet was found in 2020, we had almost 120 job openings. But in 2025 itself, we have more than 50,000 active job openings for Playwright. You can go to LinkedIn, you search for the term Playwright, and you will know the exact demand that we have for Playwright, right? So that's this. So usually you will get more than 40% premium salary over your existing skill set. Okay. So that's the expectation. That's the uh, reason why people are switching to Playwright right now. Right. So guys, are we clear so far, guys? I just want your clear reactions. Are we clear so far? Vaibhav, Yasin, Sri Lakshmi, Ram Prasad, RS, Indu Sharma, Abhishek, Ram. Are we clear, guys? Any reactions? If you understood so far, Yasin, you have questions? Okay.
So, no, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Thank you so much, Yashin. Okay. Now, so back to the things, right? I think I don't want to cover the bonus again. That's okay. I just want to quickly talk about the trap that's being happening right now. So, if you're really committed towards learning, right, don't fall behind these traps because this will make you less productive in your learning, right? I don't want to take the slides, but I just want to explain you shortly, right? If there is a uh, institute or if there is a organization that says that we will teach you Playwright by in weekends by spending 4 hours a day, usually you know that human minds are not meant to focus for 4 hours, right? Even this 2 hours is itself overwhelming for most of you guys, right? It will, when can I go for dinner, right? So that should be the kind of mindset that we'll be having, right? So if you are committed towards Playwright, if you're committed towards getting a job in Playwright, right? And if you opt for a training which is offered only on weekends for a 4 hour session, there is a high chance that you will drop in between because your brain cannot focus 4 hours of training on a single day, right? The same thing happens for a weekend as well. Of course, you cannot do that because weekends are meant to be free, right? You go away, you take rest. See, you have to set your mind free to learn something new for the next week, right? So everyone is working, right? So weekends are meant to be free, right? So you have to relax, you have to free up your mind, right? And if there is a tension put on you to learn on weekend, that will not work out in most of the cases. And trap number three is that when there is a course which is extended for 3 to 4 months again, right? Of course, in 1 month, 2, you can be, I mean, better motivated. But towards 3 or 4th month, right, you will feel less motivated because you'll have classes only 1 or 2 days in a week. They say Thursday, Friday, Saturday class, and Monday, and every 5 days are free, right? So you forget what you learned, right? And then easily you get bored of it, and then there's a high chance that you quit this training, right? And number fourth trap is about recordings and doubt clearance. That's the number one trap which most institutes are doing. They say, we'll provide the recording. You check the recording by your own. We'll have doubt clearance sessions on a weekday or a weekend. you come and ask doubts, right? Recording, there's a number one trap where without a consistent uh, learning, you cannot do that. I think you guys know that already, right? You need a you need a consistent learning behavior, right? You need a discipline in learning, right? Most of us might not have. That's not due to you, but that's due to the social media that we are having, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So you get distracted easily when we leave it to you to watch the recording, because you have the recording in your in your own pace, right? You think, let us do tomorrow, let us do afterwards, right? That way it never ends, right? I think you might have heard these kind of traps that's happening right now, and I don't want to explain you everything. I think now you got what is there in the industry right now, right? So how do we do it differently, right? With stand skill, we restrict the training to be in a small group of less than 7 people, right? You will not have more people. So wherever you go for playwright, right, there are trainings happening for at least 30 people in a batch. That's like running a rat race, right? So there'll be one tutor saying run, 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 and of course he doesn't care if you learn or not, if you know or not, right? If you have doubts, you cannot ask the trainer. So that happens in most institutes, right? If you are checking with other institutes, check this first, like how many people will be there in a batch along with you, right? So we really believe the quality in education rather than the cost. So that's the reason we keep our batch size small, which is 7 or even less than 7, right? So this training will be discussion based, as like today. So we'll pinpoint the person. We'll say, Ahmad, do you get it or not? Ram, so did you find any other approach? Kishore, did you find any way to solve it or not? Right. So this will be a discussion based learning, which will really make you travel till the end of the journey, right? And whatever we cover, these are not theoretical sessions. These are project oriented. We take a project, just like you saw RNCRM, right? We take a project, we do a module, and then we make you work on the same thing, right? We also have quizzes and assignments. So we'll give you assignments. We'll ask you to work on assignments, come back with the results, evaluate. That way, we will be traveling along with you to make you a playwright engineer, right? So that's our method of teaching, right? So I think I already discussed this 7 people limit, which is not a limit, but that's actually for a valuable learning. We appreciate the number of people to be less, right? And the trainer, so that's even a trap I did not cover so far. Usually the workshops are delivered by an expert and the actual trainings will be done by a junior member, right? You can ask any institute, that happens everywhere, right? Where after you paid something, you get cheated because there is some other person sitting before you to train you, right? So we don't believe that way of teaching, right? Instead, you already had Saudama, right? She's already an industry expert, right? She's been in the field for more than 15 years. She has handled several projects, and she will be your trainer for the complete 2-month live program, right? So with 7 people, we can adjust the timings. We can, if 4 people say that I don't want class today, we can skip the class. We can have the class later. If you have doubts, you can interact with the trainer directly and get your doubts clarified. So that way, both of us will be accountable of each other in this training. Great. And I think I covered
So,
this.
in adding
Yes.
to this, I just want to ask, like, the biggest step is also about like how the fee structure and all these things. Like, if someone not want to go, like, is there any refund of the fees is also possible, and the, like how you are taking fees.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, sir. We'll cover this. We'll cover that into. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, guys, I don't want to explain this. I think this has been done by Saudam already. So, it is it is a 8-week training, right? It is Monday to Friday. So, currently the batch is at 9 to 10 p.m. But of course, the batch time can be made flexible if you have a discussion with me or Saudama. Okay, in the same group, you can reply, so we can see if we can change the timings for a separate batch, right? So basically, it is from Monday to Friday. You learn 5 days, you complete the work, you learn 5 days, right? And then you practice and then you go to next day. So basically, weekends are off for you for your practice, but of course, weekdays, along with the work, you will be learning. So your learning will be consistent over 2 months, right? So that's how we teach, right? And before you leave, I just want to discuss about the fees that most institutes are charging for this course, right? This course is a high demand course. As you already saw that there is a high demand, there is a potential of more than 35 lakh per annum package that easily one can get into, right? So institutes charge somewhere around 28 to 30,000 fees for a batch, which is almost 30 plus students per batch, right? And the training will be done by a junior. Some of them will charge even less, but they say that the course will be recorded, you learn by yourself, right? So that is how uh, you will find most trainings, any workshop that you attend, check if you will fall along any of these traps or not. So that is for sure, right? So that's the industry standard. That's where most institutes are doing now, right? So we really wanted to keep it clean, right? Keep it decent, discipline, right? So we charge at a very, very nominal price, right? I'll reveal the price later, but of course, I said you the batch size will be 7 or less than 7, definitely not more than 7. When you have more than 7, we will take them to a separate batch, so you will have a accountable training, right? Coming back to the fees, right? Yeah, I think I covered most of these. I don't want to talk about this. This is the overall thing that you'll be getting, right? You'll be having a 2-month live program, 7% per batch. You'll have interview questions. You will have post-training doubt support. It is a hand-to-hand expert training rather than lecture, right? You will have assignments, you'll have quizzes, and you'll have a certificate of completion, which you can share on LinkedIn. Great. Back to the fees. We charge rupees 15,000, not per month. It is the fees for the whole course, right? For 2-month course, for almost so it is 16 also when I say 16 classes so sorry, it's 20 classes per month, so totally we have 40 live sessions, right? And then we'll have sessions running for 1 to 1.5 hours, right? So it is a daily class, right? And for the complete course you'll be paying rupees 15,000. And if you are interested in enrolling, we don't want to take the high fees now, you can just pay rupees 1,000 to enroll yourself, and then you can even pay the fees in batches. Okay, you can opt for EMI. You can put the remaining 14K in EMI and you can pay in batches. That's totally up to you, right? So back to the details. You'll have 7 students per batch, expert trainer, 2 months live program, Monday to Friday, 9 to 10 p.m. We'll have assignments, quizzes, interview preparation, and post-training doubt support. So that's the reveal that we are going to offer for the complete course. I think most people are interested to know these details. But are we clear, Indu? I think you are clear this in this part, right?
Yeah.
Indu?
How
Yeah.
will be the EMI goes? Like for how many months it will
Yeah, if
run?
you have credit card, you can opt for EMI and you can pay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Indu. Any questions, guys? You're open to questions. Any questions? Any questions? I'll send the payment link to you, right? If you are really interested, right? You can just opt your confirmation just by paying 1,000 rupees. We already had the training running for more than 2 weeks, right? And we already got 3 enrollments, right? And we have 4 seats left, right? So I'll share the payment link.
So your first batch is started from the 4 May.
Yes, exactly, Indu. So we're going to start the first batch on 4th May, which is coming Monday, right?
So
So you have to pay. Yes.
whomsoever like pay for 1,000 rupees, you will call them, or like how will you proceed this course to them? How they will get notified, like you are paid 1,000 and we will get back to you
Yeah.
on the 4th May.
Yeah, I think you already contacted, I mean, Uma contacted you, right, Indu? I think you already paid for this, right?
Yeah, I have paid,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I didn't get like any detail, any like
no.
confirmation like
Did you
for
not get
the
a call from,
classes.
get a call from Uma?
Yeah, I get calls. She just asked, want to pay. Then I told her, I have already paid 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Then,
Don't worry. Don't worry. You are on track. Okay. Don't worry about that.
okay.
Yes. Thank you so much. So, guys, you have the payment link with you, right? You can go ahead and you can make the payment of just rupees 1,000 today, and then you can attend a couple of classes and you can pay the rest. That's totally fine. You can opt for EMI and you can pay the rest in 2 or 3 installments. That's totally fine. But we really value the kind of learning, the kind of experience that you will get with Stand Skill Academy than with other institutes, right? For you guys, I also will take you through a portal where you can practice them. I don't know if you have not seen this. I'll share that with you. You will have a portal called Automation Lab, right? So which will be friendly enough for you to practice everything, right? So every activity that we learned, right, you can just go ahead to this website and you can practice them. There's also a micro lab which has more than 396 methods, and you just click on the method, follow the instruction, practice it with Playwright, and of course, if you want to refer the code, there is also an option for you to see the code as well. So this way, you will be accountable in whatever you are learning, right? So of course, everyone who enrolls for this training will have access to this exclusive lab where you can practice everything along with the projects that you're doing, right? So per day, in today, you learned few things, right? You go to the lab, you practice them, you get expertise, right?
How
Tomorrow you
long
learn
we
some.
can get these access for these like automation lab and other things?
Of course, so till the end of the journey, till the end of the training,
Okay.
right? So that's the thing. So I think I'll head over to Saudama to cover the AI part. But guys, who was interested, you can make the payments here. As soon as we receive payments, we'll let you know. Okay. Saudama, you're on call.
Yes, Jagan, yes, I'll
Yeah,
take.
Saudama. Yeah, you can carry on. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Saudama.
yeah, thank you. So I hope you could able to view my Visual Studio Code. So now let us understand how the AI will going to help you so that whatever, suppose if you are saying like here we have a code, right? So in this code I am just saying I am just giving a invalid locator. Now as a beginner, right, we are not sure about whatever the why the error is, the code is going to be error. Suppose if I am missing that semicolon here, so I am not sure about whether what is the error, right? So in beginner usually we'll get a lot of time we are spending for identify that issues why it's happening. So a lot of thing is there, but with the help of AI, okay, with the help of AI you could able to identify the issues within a second, right? So now here we I'm just added a invalid locator, right? So I'll go and save this. So I'm just saying here, right, I'm just saying here, um check the error, right? So check the error in my code. So let's just see here the line number 11. I just make it as an invalid. Okay. So I'm just saying check the error in my code. Just saying here. So what it is going to do? It's going to understand. I mean, it's going to that each and every line, and it is going to change your whatever the issues are there. It is going to identify, right? So the input field on that page, name equal to password. So it is saying that why this failed. So it is giving a detailed, things, checking the current. So it's going to checking that it is saying that which file. So this is the file it is going to see. The password locator is wrong. So it is identified that the password locator is wrong. So it is checking and it is giving that why this failed. So the input field on that page uses. See now, usually we are using that always we are using a chat GPT, right? What we used to do, we want to just we are going to ask the question, but here we are giving complete permission to that code, right, in that application itself, that UI itself, in that ID itself, what we are giving complete we are giving complete what we can say. So we are giving that accessibility, right, complete accessibility of all the code to that AI part. So it is going to identify, it's going to crawl each and every line, and it is identified that whichever the issue. And it is telling you, okay, what is the issue here? Like, what we have given. One is the password, but you are given a password. Doesn't exist. So Playwright cannot fill that field and the test the fail, right? So if you want to update or if you want to make it, so you can go and change that password. So whether if suppose if you are facing that issues right now, I'm just make it as a yes over here, right? If I'm saying that, so I'm not sure about the command. Okay, if you are a beginner, right? So you are not sure about the command. So what I have given, I'm just giving that npx playwright and test, right? So I'm just saying here, just go and run the login file, okay, in header mode in with Chromium. Okay, so I'm just saying I'm not aware of that command. Okay, I'm just saying that just go and run the login file. Okay, this is the login file in header mode with the Chromium. Okay, so with the help of AI, see, even you can able to learn the things, right? Now it is giving the command. See, npx playwright. So if you want to run login file in the header mode with the Chromium, so it is giving you the command, right? Npx playwright test with that login file and project equal to Chromium and header mode. So this is what you need to give. So it is asking us to whether shall I run or you are going to run. So I can give that allow. So what happen? It will going to run the code. See, now it's going to running the one test. I have given a header mode. So it is opening the UI. So you could able to see each and everything, like each functionalities, right? Entering the username, enter the password, but the application is slow, I think.
Sorry to interrupt you, Sadhama. This chat prompt is because of, I think you have already enabled the Copilot GitHub. Is that why it is that prompt making us unable to like use AI?
Yes.
So how we can enable that in that
Yeah,
if case we have
everything,
not
each and
downloaded?
everything. Yeah, that is a little lengthy process, and I will explaining you each and everything in our class.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, in
Later.
this here, yeah, sure. I will help you each and everything. So now it is showing that error here, right? Because it's a error here. What I'll do? So, what I can say, I just saying that fix the issue, right? So I just asking that fix the issue because it's some error it is. I mean the test case failed. So I'm saying like fix the issue. So it is going to fix that. And not only this, suppose if you are, if you are creating a 500 test cases, as I said before. So if you want to convert this Selenium test cases, you have a 500, but now client is asking you to go with that playwright. So you can't go and write a 500 test cases again with that playwright, right? So we can use that AI and you can convert with that Selenium test cases to playwright. Okay, and that same way, if you are writing a test cases here, now instead of giving a one test cases, now I want to write a multiple test cases. Maybe here I have a JavaScript, right? Now in this test cases, if I want to convert, yes, I can able to do that. So what happens? Okay. So if I want to convert, yes, I can able to. So lot of thing is there. One is if I have a positive test cases, now I want to write the negative test cases. Yes, we can able to do that. If you want to write more script, right? So instead of giving this one, I can go and say that with the I can paste the URL here, and I can say that just create a new test cases. So instead of this one, right? This one we have written manually one by one. It is taking a time, but instead of that, what I can say, I'll say that just go and create a new test cases. So it will going to create a new test cases, something like that for you. Okay. So here it is updating the login test, right? So now it is asking to whether you want to run. Retrying the login test in headed mode Chromium after the fix. Yes, you can say allow. Each and every time, right, it is going to ask you to allow. Why? The reason is last time, in Copilot, right, in Cloud. In Cloud, we faced one of the company facing the issues, right? So that particular developer, he is not giving that, allow. He's completely, he's giving complete access to that UI. So, I mean, that IDE. So what happened? It's completely, it's taking all the code, it's getting deleted. Okay, the AI is getting deleted all the code, whatever he is written. So that is complete, more than a line, not a five, five line or two line. So it's a complete project code. It's got deleted. Okay, so that is where now that Cloud is coming with that different new features as well. Even other AI, if you are using like Copilot, GitHub Copilot, or some other AI, right? So if you are using, it will ask you to do that. So always you have to make sure you have to give that access, right? Each and every steps. If you are not giving completely, if you are giving access, whatever will happen, right? We can't believe that AI will going to help you, each and everything as per our things. So whatever if you want, you can go ahead and you can give that. So now it is executed. That test now passes in headed Chromium. So that is what we want. So if we are giving, see, now I already given a yes, right? Now it's removed that invalid. Now it's making as a valid one. It's getting executed. Okay, this is the way we can use our AI. Okay, so AI is one of the important things, right? Not only that, in AI, right, we have a AI is that is a chat GPT that we can simply ask the basic level, right? So ask is a simple way of using a AI. Like ask means normal AI. Okay, you can type your question, AI gives you a answer. Okay, so that is what your simple AI as of now we are using. So in another thing is, one is the agent is there. So what is the agent? Agent is more powerful than AI. That is a ask. Okay, it doesn't just answer, it perform actions for you. So that is where we have a three different things is there nowadays. What agent can do? It's going to modify your code, fix the error automatically, create the file, run the task. See, that's what we are seeing right now, right? So agent can do lot of things. It's going to modify, whatever the fixes, the error is there, it is going to modify your code. Okay, it's going to fix error automatically. Okay, so if you want to create a new file, something like you can say like want to create a TypeScript file, yes, it is going to create a file for you. Okay, if you are saying like as I said, if you want to run the test cases in UI mode or headless mode or headed mode or in Chromium or Firefox, something like that, yes, it is going to help you a lot. Okay, instead of asking find the error, you can say fix the code. Okay, find the error is different, right? So find the error, instead of finding error, you can say fix the code. So agent will identify the issue, update the code, apply the fix. Right? So AI, that is ask is a suggestion. It will going to give you the suggestion AI. That is, for example, ChatGPT. If you go to ChatGPT, you can ask. It will giving you the suggestions. Right? Agent will going to do the action. Okay, that is what agent is coming into the picture. Next one is we have a MCP is there. So what is the MCP? MCP is a model context protocol. Okay, now comes the most powerful. This is one of the powerful concept. Okay, so MCP is a bridge between the AI and the tool. Okay, without MCP, right? AI gives AI gives the answer. You can copy, paste, and execute, right? Without MCP, but with the MCP, right? AI connect directly to your editor with the IDE like Visual Studio Code or Eclipse or something. So AI connect directly to that. So what happen? It will going to in a editor or browser APIs, right? So we can perform the task end to end. So that is where MCP is coming into the picture. Okay, you can say that simply. You can come and say that create a Playwright test for login. Okay, create a TypeScript test for login functionality in the same, you can give the URL. Right, it will going to understand your project, it is going to create a file, it's going to write the code for you, and if you want to run also, yes, it can able to do that. Okay, so if you see that AI is will going to answer, the agent will going to do the actions, right? MCP is a full integration, right? The code change, if you want to, if you are asking to AI to code change, yes, it's not going to do, but agent, yes, it will going to do. MCP, yes, it will going to change your code. Okay, tool, we can able to connect the tool in agent or MCP, but agent it will be limited. If you go with the tool connection, right, agent will be the limited. Okay, if you want to automate, like in AI, it's very low, I suppose, but agent, it's we can able to do that medium level, and MCP, yes, we can able to do the automation level in high. Okay, we are going to learn each and everything. Ask, it's a, what is ask, what is AI, what is the agent, what is the MCP. We are going to implement in our project. We are going to learn each and everything step by step. All right, earlier we were using only AI, like searching tool. Now AI is becoming our team member, right? So let me be very honest, if you are still working manually, it will be difficult. If you are doing automations without AI, you will be slower, right? But if you know how to use AI with the tools, you will grow very faster, right? So just imagine you give the one prompt, test cases generated, register script created, errors fixed. How much time you can save, right? So that's exactly why I didn't create just we can create a Playwright course, right? We designed a course where you will learn how to use AI practically in real time projects. So in this course, we will teach you step by step, right? Playwright from scratch, AI test case generation, AI debugging. We are converting the test cases, how we are getting a framework, how we'll understand each and everything step by step. This is not just recorded content, right? You will going to get live session, real time scenario, doubt support, guidance, still interview. So any questions, guys, so far?